Hello there, this is Victor Santana with StockHunters.com for the week of Monday, October 24th, the investing video. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the markets are looking like on a weekly chart here. We're looking at the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY, and you can see here that we are now right above on this red trend line here, while the green trend line is bending upward here. And let's look at here the red trend line indicating the 5-day simple moving average of the last 10 weeks, while the red one is the 24-week simple moving average. If you look at the MACD here, we are now showing that we are now going positive here. So the trend is now up, and we did break above this area here, the 24, and so we'll keep an eye on this. This is a good thing. So the trend is up as far as the total U.S. markets here. Now let's go back to the S&P. See, we've gone over the 24-week here. The 10-week is now turning upward here, and we are now up on here, indicating that we're now positive. Looking at NASDAQ, which is ahead, that's been positive right here. Kind of traded sideways, now peaked up slightly. We are getting the cross here, which is very good. Usually when we get the crossover, we start seeing a major trend change, and this may be to the upside pretty soon. Looking at the Russells here, Russell's the weakest of them all. We're still under the 24-week line, but it is now slowly inching its way up above the 24-week, and this is just starting to be this week here. This is Monday's action here. So if we can close the week out positive here, then this would be considered an up arrow. So we'll wait on this and see. Looking at the globals here, this one here had a positive week just last week here, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And however, we have not broken above the 24-week here, but we're still above the 10. So short term, we are now catching up. You may say we are neutral at this range still until we get the breakout. Looking at the Dow here, we did break above the 24-week, and that's based on last week's action. So we're going to put a green arrow there. So looking at all of this here, this is the whole market starting to look pretty good. Recap: S&P is now above into our buy zone, where the trend may be starting to change. NASDAQ definitely has been up the last 3 weeks with these lines crossing, which is now confirming the likelihood that we have a trend change. The Russells have not. It's catching up. And the globals has not also, so we're still neutral on this. And the Dow, just based on today's action, we are now above here, but we still need the confirmation of the trend lines. Let's go ahead and look at the major markets real quick, or the major sectors. We're looking at bonds. That's coming up. The bond has come down. We got a sell signal here, or to be very cautious. As you can see, it's been trading. Now it's virtually between the two lines here, trading right on the upper of the 10-week. So we are now neutral here. Can't till we confirm it was going to go up or down. Let's go look at gold. Gold is trending very tightly between these two lines here, so we are still neutral. We are negative bias here. Now we're looking at the real estate. Real estate has now broken above the 10-week. We are neutral for this sector until we can break above in here. And as you can see, it has not broken above the zero line here, the center. Looking at communication sector, telecom, it's lagging. Still in the bearish camp here. Has not crossed over. Looking at materials, it's just crossed over the 10-week line. We are now neutral, so something to keep an eye on. XLE, which is the energy sector, it is now above, getting close to breaking out, but we are still neutral on this based on this signal here. Actually, well, you could argue it was last week, but to confirm, we'll wait until this week to see if we get this to continue up and stay up here, so we can consider a buy. Let's look at the financials. Finally, financial has gotten a break and is now in the neutral zone here. And if we close up in that area, we'll generate a green up arrow. Now let's look at the industrials. Industrials, we're in the neutral, but heading up to the top side here. And on this, I would say last week triggered an entry just to start a small position. Let's look at the technology. Of course, technology has broken above since I would confirm this week here, and you could see it's now trading up that way. It's doing a flat and a cross, which is a bullish signal where it could break up to the higher. So this is the area to be. This is the strongest sector. XLP, which is consumer staples, and this one here, we could say this was the entry. Based on that, is if it broke that highest price to get in, so you can see we are above, and it is above the 24-week line, and they're getting close to intersecting here. And let's look at utilities. Utilities been a buy since this right here, September. As you can see, it's going up. So and it still continues to go up. So keep an eye on that. And healthcare. Healthcare's just starting to want to break above based on this week, which is just Monday. So last week, so we're neutral on this. And consumer discretionary, here we are, the services. As you can see, it's also strong sector, broke above, continue up higher. Let's go ahead and put a buy signal in there, and it continues on up that way. So this is also good strong sector. So that's what we got as far as sector. Let's see if I have anything in play as far as for investing ideas. Here we go. Okay, we have Jazz. We put Jazz as a possibility to get in, did not trigger, and it's going down. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. Ross hit our trigger area, and we are now in this here, and we are up slightly, so that's a good thing. Ultra Swan, we got triggered in this week here, and just continue slowly up. You got the positive, which is good right there. So for our new pick here, VMware. Excuse me while I pull that up. There we go. VMware is also, we like this, and this just triggered today, right up in this area. So we're going to add this into our play and follow it. And then the last one here, today's, actually no, not today. So that's all we got, and we'll keep our eyes open for new investments. Right now things are kind of overbought, so on the next pullback we'll look for new investment ideas. So far we're into 2 of them, and we'll continue to gradually add more as we go. Until next time, keep your eyes on the markets, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.